I think it's very interesting that Piers Morgan has come out in support of Philip Schofield. Philip Schofield and Piers Morgan seem to have had a feud for quite a few years. And was it yesterday or this morning? I can't remember where Piers Morgan leaked the fact that he'd had a conversation with a heartbroken Philip Schofield. And Piers Morgan has today gone on record, I think, in the Daily Mirror, saying that ITV bosses are savages and vipers. And when you look into the history of the huge number of people, these presenters of light-hearted, frothy programs who are just dumped, either because the ratings fall or because they have some sort of personal crisis, and it's as if there is no support at all for these people who have been reaching out through the television set and supporting the public for years. And yeah, there is criticism of Philip Schofield, but he's been a mainstay on ITV, on television, for 21 years. And Philip Schofield and Piers Morgan, they can presumably both talk about the experience that they've had together of being axed and going with very little dignity and at great, almost undignified, guilty speed. And we may all have theories about what did for Piers, what did for Philip, why they went, and the speed of their exit in each case. But that speed was bizarre. These people came into our living room. These people were there every morning, and suddenly they're gone without even a goodbye. It's like a thief at dawn. Well, it's like a thief anyway. It's like the treatment of a criminal. And I think it's understandable for Piers, therefore, to reach out to show sympathy for Philip. He can relate to that experience because he went through it too. And I remember very clearly the story where he stormed off the set in 2021 over the heated debate about Meghan Markle, and he attracted a huge number of complaints, and in a few days he was gone. The ruthless dispatch of talent from ITV is simply astonishing. The grabbing for money, I suppose. It's greed. Carol McGiffin was another one. Loose Women is literally littered with people who are here one day and gone the next. Carol McGiffin, she was pressured apparently to sign what she called an unjust contract. And she says now that the programme Loose Women has become too woke and she doesn't watch it. Katie Price, another one who left Loose Women in 2018, at a time when she was going through personal crisis, of unimaginable personal crisis, when she discovered her husband was cheating on her with the nanny and she turned to drugs for solace. Well, surely there should have been some mental health support from ITV. Where is that? The same thing we could ask about Philip Schofield. Philip Schofield must be going through enormous mental anguish. His family has been turned upside down with the sentencing of his brother. And at the same time, he has to deal with being sacked as well. ITV have come out and said he wasn't sacked, this was a mutual decision. Well, yes. And then Eamon Holmes, Ruth Longsford, Ryland Clark, Ryland with the teeth. I remember meeting him, and charming man. Those three were sort of lumped together, and there were rumours that Ryland might have been feuding with Schofield himself. You'll think all of these presenters would be lining up to support Schofield, but not a bit. Piers Morgan seems to be alone in expressing sympathy. But he may be in need of friends, of course, if Prince Harry's court case keeps digging up the dirt. Carol McGiffin and Eamon Holmes simply seem to drive home the daggers. Wedge it in between the shoulder blades, please. Go on, a little bit more firmly. Woof. And I don't know. Does it require such nastiness to front a light-hearted magazine program? You tell me. You tell me.